Hello, my good people. How are you guys doing today? Um, I hope you guys are doing okay. I said, let me come again and drop these few videos to you guys. Yeah, like this is Dan Speaks Common Sense TV, and where we say the truth and how things is. You see, most at times, um, it makes me to feel like why do I belong to a certain place or country or whatever? But I can't question God. God knows why. Because why did I say this? When you look at people's action or people's countenance, you will be asking, are these people really living in this world? What is wrong? Why can't we from Africa think like the Europeans or the Asians? What is wrong? How do we get here? Now, we all know, we all are from that shithole Nigeria. Because I remember when President Trump called Africa a shithole, everybody was mad. But which is real? We're a shithole. You know what shithole means? Shithole, everybody know it. You dig a hole where everybody goes to shit in their shit without taking care of that place. You're going to see flies, you're going to see more, all those dirty things will be there going around. That is what the man calls us. And it's true. So why were people against him? When you know that what the man was saying was true. Okay, now, since he said that statement, have you guys tried to fix the problem that made him to say the statement? The answer is no. You guys did not fix it. Things is still there smelling. Everybody is still going to the hole to shit. So what are you talking about? Why are you mad that somebody tell you the way you are? Look at Nigeria. Every day the country is deteriorating. The way things was in 1970 was better than the way it is in 1980. In 1980, the way things was better the way it is in 1990. In 2000, the way things was in 1990 was better in 2000. And it continues like that. And you don't ask yourself a question. And you see some group of people that say they are tired staying in this shithole, that they want to get out of that shithole to be able to see how they can manage their own thing so that they will not be inside the shithole again, or they will not call them shithole again. And you are against them. You are fighting them to come. They must be together inside the shithole because that is where you are making your millions. That is why you are building your wealth. That is where you are trying to make your generation upon generation to be rich and control others as you are controlling them now. So what makes you a human being? You are a wicked person. You are. Because you are in position and you think you and your family is okay, does it mean other people are okay? The answer is no. So why not leave other people that want to go their way, like Biafra and Oduduwa and Arewa? Why can't you allow them to go and develop their places and build their wealth the way they want it? Must everybody be together to be suffering, to be hunger? Okay, look at the other day, somebody who was giving people a gift, they had a stampede, a lot of people died. Almost 3 to 4 places because of hunger. Because if it wasn't hunger that everybody wants to eat so that they will not die, nobody will be rushing to get that palliative or whatever they were giving them. But because you guys have subjected these people to under poverty, hunger, and starvation, so wherever they see even a crumb of food, they will rush it. Oh my goodness. What type of human beings are these politicians? And you are still fighting Oduduwa nation. You are still fighting Biafra. You are still fighting Arewa. Let them not go, so that you will cage them together and still be slaving them. You don't have conscience. You don't have a good mind. Because you are working for the devil. You are working for satanic kingdom. So my good people, is that okay? Is that right? And you are doing all these things to human beings that God have created as He created you. You are doing it to them. You don't have a conscience. And some of them who have realized that they need their freedom to go their way. You still penetrate inside them and bought the Judas in them. And this Judas is trying to stop them. You want to use the Judas in their mix to stop them from going or having their freedom. And this Judas in them think it's a play. They think it's a joke. That they will collect money from you and try to be a stumbling block or betray their brothers and sisters that are trying to liberate themselves from this shackle that you have put in them. From this bondage, you put them. And this group of people think it's going to be well with them. How can it be well with you, my brother? How can it be well with you, my sister? When you know the truth and you are standing against the truth because they pay you money, because you collected something, because they promise you a lot, but you did not tell them all these things you are promising me, all this money you are giving me, why can't you use it to go and build a good road? Why can't you use it to give Nigerians electricity? Why can't you use it to build good infrastructures? Give them good amenities. Give them all these things. Instead of you bribing me to stop people that wants to go and have a good life. Because all these people that are fighting for Biafra, Oduduwa, and Arewa, they just want to go to their nation where they will have 24 hours electricity as they have it in Europe. They will have good road as they have it in Europe. They will have good amenities as they have it in Asia and other places. And you are not thinking about all this. A country, Nigeria, a country like Nigeria that has over 200 million people cannot, and all the mineral resources they have, cannot be able to take good care of their citizens, doesn't have good infrastructure, no good electricity, no good road, nothing, no good education, no good school or whatever, but ordinary small countries like Singapore, South Korea, and all those Russia areas that are like, maybe some of them are 5 million in their country. Some of them are 10 million. They are doing okay. They are living a good life. They don't even have as much as Nigerians have. So I'm asking you, a black man, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Does it mean if you have all these things, it's not going to be good? Is good life always meant for Europeans or the Asians? Why can't Africa be free and live a better life? Why do you choose to suffer? Why do you choose to suffer? But you go to overseas, you enjoy the amenities and everything they can have. But you don't want to have it in your place. All your children are in overseas. When you need medical attention, you go to overseas. Everything you go to overseas. And your people are there dying, suffering. Man, I don't know what to describe your people with. But all I know is God there, God there, God there. God is alive. God is watching whatever thing you are doing, and you will be held accountable. More especially whenever you are doing something against humanity, against the people that God has created in this world. As long as you are working against them, it doesn't matter who you are, you will pay. And your generation will pay for it. Because the Bible says that he will use what mother and father did to pass through their generation. That is why some people are suffering today. It's because of what their father and mother did for the previous time. But they don't know. Nothing works out for them. When they go where people are going, they will find sorrow. When they do what people are doing, they will find loss. That is what their grandparents caused for them. So my good people, always walk according to God's plan. Don't walk against anybody. Say no to any bribe they are giving you to commit evil. Always walk, earn your money. It doesn't matter how much you have. It doesn't matter how much you get. The most important thing is, at the last day, what are you giving account for? When you leave this earth, what will your children be answering towards your legacy? Would they say, would they be proud of their daddy's legacy, or would they be suffering for the bad name you have given to them? So thank you, my good people. Like I said, this is Dan Speaks Common Sense TV. I appreciate you guys. I thank you, good my people. And I say, may God continue to bless you guys for me. If this is your first time, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to like my people. So I'm going to allow you to watch this video that the COS, the Vice Prime Minister, Miss Ngozi Arabese, there's some statements he make in this video I'm going to show you now. I want you to pay attention and listen to this video, and you're going to be a judge by yourself. Whether she and the cabinet, whether they are following EPA and they mean good for Biafra, you will be the judge, or they did not. So now use them to compare the other fallen angels that want to destroy what other people have built for years. When you compare them, you be the judge. Just give us comments down below, and God will bless you, as I said. Thank you, my good people. Thank you. Thank you. I can't thank you guys enough, because you guys make me proud always. The way you guys watch my video, the way you share my video, the way you like my videos. I love you guys. Thank you, man. Bye.
There were a couple of things that played out that would have really derailed the declaration of the United States of Biafra. One, from the Zoo government. Zoo government never wanted us to declare. That was why what happened to the PM happened just like a few weeks before that event in Finland. They planned it very, very well. They targeted that period, and they were able to execute it at that period. And if you if you, like the letter that came from PM, I didn't release all the letters. I only released some portion where he told me to take over until it comes out. But in that letter too, you will see the portion where who in the world that follows Prime Minister Simon Ekpa will ever think or dream that at any point PM could even suggest that we postpone the convention? That shows you they planned real bad.
All right. So since after the redeclaration of the sovereign state of Biafra, which was done on the 29th day of November 2024, a lot of things has been happening. Even before that day of the redeclaration, things have started happening. If you remember vividly that our Prime Minister said that this redeclaration will happen on the 2nd day of December. You remember that, right? But fortunately, yes, I said fortunately, it was done on the 29th day of November. All right. So a lot of people has been asking questions. Why did it happen like that? What happened? And then Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Orabreze, who is the Biafran Chief of Staff, has come out to explain what happened. According to her, she said that they received a security information that day, and then there was a need for that redeclaration to be done on that day. And not just that, they did it also not just to shock Nigeria, but to show the whole world that we are ready for this. So she has explained a part of that. But aside from that, there has been, should I call it a kind of commotion in the cabinet, in Biafran cabinet, some people agreeing to one thing and some people disagreeing to the other things. And for me, it's not a surprising thing. Honestly, it's not a surprising thing. Just as human beings differs, so is our thoughts and our actions differs. Yes, and so once you are dealing with human beings in this life, just note that you are bound to receive good news and you are bound to receive bad news. That is for me. So I'm not surprised. Even in the most developed country in the world, let's use USA as an example. A couple of months, you had when Donald Trump was calling Joe Biden sleeping Biden, right? And, it was just all for political reasons. And today, Joe Biden and Donald Trump is sitting down on one chair to, discuss some political things. So far as we are human beings, we are bound to do good and we are bound to do bad. That is how the name human beings apply. That beans there, beans, Abi. Beans can be used to do moi moi. Beans can be used to do akara. Beans can be, used to do so many things. You can cook beans and use it and just eat it like that. So just as you can use beans to do so many things, that is how human beings can change. Human beings can change. So far as you are dealing with human beings, just expect that anything can happen. So in this video, Dr. Mrs. Ngozi Orabreze has taken time again to explain some of the things that we need to know what is really happening in the cabinet. All right, because there has been, as I said earlier, there has been a kind of ups and downs. So I use this video once again to encourage Biafrans not to be carried away with the ups and downs going on within the cabinet. All right, just remain strong, remain focused, and remain resilient. All right, so do not shake. Good. So now I'm going to allow you to watch this video. As you're watching it, in case you're coming across my channel for the first time, you're welcome. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. Right, turn on your notification button so you get notified anytime I upload a video. All right, but for now, watch this.
And they planned it very, very well. They targeted that period, and they were able to execute it at that period. And if you like the letter that came from PM, I didn't release all the letters. I only released some portion where he told me to take over until it comes out. But in that letter too, you will see the portion where who in the world that follows Prime Minister Simon Ekpa will ever think or dream that at any point PM could even suggest that we postpone the convention? That shows you they planned real bad. So anybody following the Prime Minister to hear that kind of suggestion will tell you that there was so much that went on the ground. There was so much. And I thank God for my life. Without what I know, nobody, even in the brigade, nobody would have stopped these individuals from stopping the restoration of the United States of Biafra. Nobody would do that. So even after the declaration, even before the declaration, some of them came in this brigade cabinet with different excuses why we have to postpone the declaration. Even paying for the hall was a last minute something. And this is the declaration we've been planning since February of 2024. Till the last minute or few days to the start of the declaration, the event venue was not paid out for. And there's somebody that calls himself finance minister, and they will be claiming to Biafra, and they are doing this. Oh, my boss, my boss. But few days to the opening of the event day, that hall, only the Spirit of God touched them to pay for that hall. And then the referendum analysis. We've been having referendums since February. One of them now that they're going around doing meeting with United Kingdom people yesterday. Chomo Koma, she said that we cannot declare without her giving the analysis of the referendum. And this analysis, referendum difference, we've been voting since almost February, March. And this is somebody that was chairing the committee. So just on the 28th of November, a day before the start of the event, Shomo Koma was with this Ogenke, all their group saying, we cannot declare because she doesn't have the analysis of our referendum ready. And she's the only one that can do that. She's the only one that has that analysis. I don't have to, if I release the meeting that we had on that 28th, some Biafrans were screaming and cursing that they can never stop the declaration of this independence on the 29th. And somebody that was the chair of a committee that knows that from February to November, that one of the things we have to present to the world is the analysis of the referendum. So even though the referendum ended on the 28th, it's just adding maybe 1 or 2 days to what she already has. But during that meeting on the 28th, she said nothing is ready, therefore we cannot declare. I don't want to release some private information about meetings that we have with these individuals, but every Biafran should go and thank God for people like us. Thank God that I was there. They planned real bad. Biafrans were screaming. The Biafrans were crying on the meeting we have on the 28th that there's nothing that will stop us from declaring on the 29th. Because if we come to Finland, we do all the dancing, we do all the singing, we do everything. And we do not have one of the basic reasons, major reason why we were in Finland, which is the declaration of our independence. Then what have we achieved? Already some of them have planned. On that second, there was so much chaos. The one that was called Bam Bam Bam, they was like pacing up and down. They were creating so much chaos to invite the Finnish police. And once the police come, the next thing, they will say, everybody disperse. And we are not going to do that declaration on that second. Their plan was deep. Their cut is deep. But only through Biafrans we understand. But we thank God. I stood my ground. The Biafran cabinet members at that meeting, about 40-something, they all stood their ground. But these individuals, they were opposed.